all the time, every time I do it. Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Work Friends podcast. I am your host, Tyler Albus. Today I'm joined by the great and powerful Cierra Sasser.
Hello.
Hello. Host of Chapters and Chatters podcast and a good friend of mine. She quickly climbed her way to the top and is currently director of business development at her company. How you doing there, pal?
Great. Living the dream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that intro? I wrote it for you.
It makes me sound really cool.
It does make you sound really cool. The great and powerful Cierra Sasser. But so have you listened to the show before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of what I like to do is I like to just get people's life story. When the show first started, it was about like, what does my friend the engineer do in his day-to-day basis?
Yeah.
But I found out that I like hearing people's stories about like how they got to where they are, and then talking about, you know what I mean? What?
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like my story's not that interesting.
No, it's super interesting, and I know nothing about it, even though I've known you for a long time.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
Definitely well over a decade. So.
That makes me feel so old.
Well, I just saw, I think it was some TikTok or something today that they were like, next year, 2016 is a decade ago.
What?
Pardon.
You.
So that means that
Oh.
it's almost been 10 years since I graduated college.
That's nuts. Yeah, same. Anyway, this is more about, your story and not feeling so old, which I am. But so I like to take my guests and start where they, kind of where they're born, where they grew up, where you went to high school, what your plan was then. And then if you had any part-time jobs or anything like that, cool. We can talk about, or like what you were up to in high school. Like
Cool.
I've had guests tell me about, shows and stuff they were in or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like I'm talking way too much. Should I give it to you?
Sure.
All right,
Just
cool.
giving
Take
me
it
the
away.
rundown. Okay.
And you're on. Go. So no, I guess let's just where were you born? Let's start with that.
You mean you want like hospital location, or
I mean,
what do you
want
want?
to be specific. General area. Were you born in like Richmond? Or?
Yeah, it's Henrico, but
Okay.
I lived in Chester.
Right
So
on.
that house in Chester is where I lived up until my senior year of high school.
Well, okay. So what was your plan like when you were in high school? Did you have any plans for going to college or after high school? What did you want to do? Do you have any thought on that?
Well, my high school, you didn't really have an option not to go to college. Everyone graduated with an advanced degree. That wasn't an option. Like, there was no other degree. I didn't know that there were 2 degree options.
Okay.
You had to do an advanced degree.
Between you talking about in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
Like, you know how there was a regular, in public school, there's like a regular degree?
Oh,
Or
okay.
in
Yeah.
We
all that
only had the one. Like, the one where you had to do 3 years of one language or 2 years or 4 years of 2. And like, you know what I'm talking about?
stuff. You're throwing all these numbers at me. You know I'm not good at math. What was that?
Either way, it's an advanced diploma or whatever.
Okay,
I don't even
sure.
really know the merit of what that means.
You have a bunch more credits, I assume. Than
Yeah. Well,
something-
and not
okay.
even a ton, but we didn't have an option. There just wasn't a,
Yeah.
like, oh, you can go home at 12 because you're, no.
Okay.
There's none of that.
Okay.
I don't know. So in middle school, I distinctly remember them sitting us down and asking, like, what do you want to do?
Mm.
And I said psychology in middle school.
Such a heavy question for a 12-year-old.
I think about that now.
I
And
don't
it's
know.
kind of weird
I
that
know
they did
nothing-
that.
Yeah. So tell me what I want to do. I don't know.
So I guess I wanted to do that. And I don't even remember what I wanted to do in high school. I ended up applying to college to do a communications degree, so like public relations and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it was doing the plays and the musicals or whatever. I could not tell you why. I think I should have perhaps pushed myself a little harder in high school, or like taken the grades a little more seriously.
And the education side of things?
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I'm not stupid, but I could have been smarter.
The same way. I feel that too. I've always said that I'm not dumb, but I am lazy, and
Yeah, I was really lazy.
Yeah, that's
I was
the main-
really lazy.
that's the main issue. I realize that now I think I would demolish school because I know
Yeah.
it's just do your homework and
Yeah.
you'll get it. Like it'll be fine.
Yep.
Back then I didn't understand that.
I
so
didn't understand that either.
I'm with you. If I had applied myself a little harder, I feel like I would. But also we're doing okay.
I'm
That's why
not
we're doing
doing
this.
bad. Not
Yeah,
doing
that's
bad.
why we're sitting in your nice ass house talking about your husband just walked in with his beside his Audi and his Harley and his other, y'all are you're doing okay. So,
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, he didn't even go to college. He's just that smart and good at what he does.
fair enough. That's a good point. Yeah.
I had to go get debt.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, sister. I mean, same.
Who's the smarter out of the two of us? It's Brandon.
Fair enough. Fair
So-
enough. That's a good point. Huh. Well, anyway.
Yes, I have something in this house somewhere. It's probably that curtain over there. I bought those. That's
well, this is also your second house that you've owned too, so
yeah,
it's pretty cool. I mean, you got some flexes. You can flex
a little bit.
But so when you were a kid, do you remember what you have? Like, I wanted to be a marine biologist when I was a kid. Did you have anything like that when growing up?
I think I wanted to be a pop star.
Sorry, I could see that.
Yep. I think, like I said, I feel like I do have a terrible memory. I don't remember. I don't remember I think there was a lot of things I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I did. So in high school, we also had to do an internship of some sort of like what you wanted to do.
Okay, cool.
So I did 2, and I did one. Wow, you're really shaking the cobwebs.
I know, right?
I did one at a vet's office because I thought I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Well, all right.
Wrong-o.
Never knew that.
3
Yeah.
animals died.
While you were there?
The week I was there.
Holy shit, Cierra. You were never allowed back there.
Well, and that seemed to be pretty
You're on a
normal.
list now.
So I was in there. I went for a week, and the vet was really nice. But there was a dog. It was a Chihuahua that this woman came in. And she came in and she was like, he's seizing. And he had been seizing all night because he sleeps downstairs in his bed and not with her. They had to put him down.
Oh.
And then there was a cat that someone brought in that was like a stray cat. And his like stomach was distended because he had some sort of blockage. And they were trying to like operate quickly because otherwise like chemicals all back up. Jesus. It died.
No.
And then there was, I don't know, something else. And then there was a dog that did not die. We walked into the room and he was shitting like blood.
Oh no!
All over and I was like,
Okay,
no
so
thanks.
Veterinary work not for you.
No, but I'm glad that they made us do that.
Yeah, I mean,
like, what if I had pursued that?
That's true. Yeah, gone 6 years or 7 years, whatever it is,
and I love animals.
Yeah.
I do. That was just there is a good and a bad side, and you do think that you take your dog to the vet or your animal to the vet to get a checkup. Or you take them because something's like wrong with them.
Yeah,
you don't
like
take them on a good day,
right?
And be like, "Look how great he is."
Yeah, that is a good point.
So that wasn't for me, but I really respect the people that can do it because we need them.
Definitely,
It's
definitely
just,
need
it's
them.
not I
like them. I'm thankful for them, but yeah, not me either.
Yeah. So then my second internship was actually with my friend's mom, who worked at Channel 8.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, she was like a big exec at Channel 8. And I think that's what really got me into the like public relations and mass media or mass communications side of it, because she had worked for they came from like Pittsburgh, I think, but she had always done that. And I got to go, and she like watches the pilots of shows and like they interpret whether or not they think like this is going to make
the show's got it or not.
Yeah. And I
got the razzle dazzle.
I got to go with a journalist out to do a story, but because Channel 8's not that big in the grand scheme of things.
Like a local news channel, right?
Yeah, she had to take her stuff with her. She had to like take the camera, take the tripod. She goes and sets it up and like records it herself and comes back and edits it herself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
what'd you think about that? That was like, that kind of pushed you in the direction.
Yeah, I think I did like that. Yeah. I liked all the things that you could do with it.
Okay.
Again, if I had just taken it, I think, a little more seriously. But here's the thing: when you're that young, when you think about it, I had to have been a junior. Okay. I was already young for my grade.
So you were maybe 15 or 16?
Yeah.
Maybe?
And I just feel like I don't think I was mature for my age. I think I was in some ways, but not in others, and like just didn't take things
I feel that
seriously.
I feel as though I can relate a little bit to that. Everyone always thought I was very mature growing up.
Yeah.
And now that I'm 30, I look back and I'm like, I didn't know anything. I don't know anything.
I wasn't mature. I was just quiet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Just didn't
I think
say anything.
Like I specifically remember somebody, I think it was like my scout master or something, told my parents that like I'm intense to talk to because I'm like he said I was like smart or like I'm like mature or something, and I was like, I don't think that's the case. I think
I just don't like talking.
Yeah, I think I'm just real quiet. But anyway,
yeah, I don't. Yeah, so I just feel like I could have taken that. I try not to be hard on myself because again, I was a kid. So however old you are as a junior, I was probably closer to a year younger.
Okay, so
because I was 17 when I graduated high school.
So you're probably 16 or 15.
15.
Yeah,
really.
Jeez, yeah, that is pretty young.
So, yeah, I did that, and I think that that's what made me go like, oh, I want to be mass communications. I think that's what it was called. In high school.
Yeah.
So
cool. That makes sense.
Or in college, I should say.
Yeah, that's what you wanted your major to be in college. Okay. So that seems like that was most of high school. Anything else wild and wonderful you want to get into there in high school? Graduated
I graduated
2014? Okay. And then you went off to college, right?
Yep.
Nice. Where did you go to college?
I went to Longwood.
All right. How'd
First.
that go? First. Okay, nice. How'd that go? What was your, I guess, did you immediately declare a major or?
I did. I went in with a major, which I also don't think they should allow you to do. That's crazy. At the age of 17, 18,
Yeah.
you're allowing people to go in and like declare what they want to do for the rest of their lives.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep.
Anyway, so I went in with
So what did you pick?
I went in with I guess I don't remember what the official title of the major is now. I think it was mass communications.
Okay.
And you had to pick a concentration. And Longwood had they had mass media and what was it? I don't remember, but it wasn't public relations that I know of.
Okay.
Or maybe it was. I don't know. So I did my freshman year at Longwood.
Okay. Nice. And then so freshman year Longwood, I guess I know, what happened next, but do you let's see, how should we transition this here? I guess all right, so you did 1 year at Longwood, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then you eventually went to a different college.
I eventually transferred to VCU.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about, we don't have to, but do you want to talk about why you left Longwood and
Yeah,
decided
I
to go
mean,
to VCU?
yeah. So I think that Longwood is the only school that I applied to.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't apply to any other school. My mom kept telling me VCU, and I was like, I'm not gonna go to
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My mom has hardly ever been wrong, to be honest with you. So
Yeah.
and
Mom
I
said
say
it
that
to
now
me
as
to
an
do that.
almost 30-year-old.
Mhm.
Like she has hardly ever been wrong.
They know what they're talking about.
They do. They just don't want to listen.
Yep.
Just don't want to listen. So I didn't join a sorority at Longwood,
Mm-hmm.
which in hindsight, I feel like that would have solved a lot of my problems. Because a lot of Longwood is sorority-esque.
Yeah.
It's like even the like people who did the tours had like bigs and littles.
Yeah.
It was very
Definitely. Greek life, I feel like, is very central to life
Yeah.
at Longwood.
I guess it's small, right?
Yeah,
So like I
small
think
school.
that's very like it gets people involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think I was as involved as I could have been, I guess. I did join the paper at one point because Longwood had a paper.
Yeah. What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paper. I joined that at one
All right.
point. I also worked at Lancer Lines.
Well, okay. What is Lancer Lines?
Lancer Lines was the people who call the alumni and ask for money.
Ah, nice.
And
okay.
that's what I did.
I've got you blocked on my phone.
Yeah.
Not you, but I mean Lancer.
Because I went to college and my mom said, "Oop," and yeah, I learned very quickly I have a spending problem.
Yeah. I figured that out too.
So that's where I lived in ARC. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the all-girls dorm.
Wow, I'm noticing a theme here.
Not on purpose.
Uh-huh.
We did not.
I
But
hear you.
honestly, I liked being in ARC because the rooms were bigger.
Ah, that's true. Okay.
Because some of those rooms were meant for 3 people, but I only had 1 roommate.
Nice.
And those rooms were bigger. I do think the sink in the room was kind of weird.
little
But
bit.
that's where I met Rhiannon.
Okay.
And she was living with her cousin Haley, and they were our suite mates.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So, we had our room with the sink, and then the bathroom was like the hallway in between rooms.
Yeah.
That had a shower and a toilet and a stall.
I just realized it was a bit like a prison setup
A little bit.
because there's a sink in your room and then there's also a shared. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, at least the toilet wasn't in there.
That's true. Yeah, true.
So-
Good point. Good point.
But we did used to print out memes and put them on the toilet.
That's fun.
Like we had a whole wall of like memes on the toilet.
Like the shared stall thing.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
It was really funny.
Yeah, y'all had a good time in there. I feel like.
No,
for the
yeah, we
most
did
part.
have a really good time. We'd go to
Except for when I'd come around and bother everybody.
Yes.
Sorry.
Tyler was
I
the
know.
uninvited 5th roommate.
Sorry. I've learned. My bad.
Do you think with everything that I wanted to do, like with public relations, at the time when I wanted to keep doing that, all the internships that I would get were in Richmond, and VCU had a bunch of different concentrations instead of just the 2. They also had journalism, they had PR, and they had a really good PR program. So
Okay.
I think it was a little homesick. I didn't get super involved.
All right then.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And I don't know. I think I liked VCU.
yeah, fair enough. I mean, you grew up around Richmond. It's
Yeah.
like a city school.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's kind of a neat culture, I guess. Like a
Yeah.
younger culture versus.
It's an interesting culture.
Yeah, it's more of a.
It's definitely artsy. Like
Okay,
it's
yeah.
definitely like their art school's their big thing because the medical campus and everything is a separate campus. You don't interact with the people at MCV.
Right.
They're like across the way.
There's
Way down yonder. So, it's a bunch of artsier people.
Okay.
But I liked it and I didn't have to live in a dorm. But to be fair, my little's dorms, when I plot twist or spoiler alert, I did end up joining a sorority.
Okay.
Their VCU had accepted the biggest class of freshmen that they had ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So they turned some of the VCU like apartments that were over, I think they were over at Chili's, I think. And they were like student apartments, like your Lancer apartments. But they turned them into dorms. So they never shared a room. They got to start college and have their own room.
That's pretty sweet.
In their own apartment.
Just to themselves.
Yes.
That is incredible.
So I was like, that's some crap. You don't even got to live in a dorm.
So did you live on campus when you moved to VCU? Or
nope.
No? You lived with your, moved back with your parents?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I commuted.
That's what my sister did too.
Yeah, I commuted. I commuted it for... I commuted it.
I commuted
for, I'd say the entirety of my sophomore year, I never lived on campus. I always lived off campus.
Okay.
So, my sophomore year, I don't know. I just hopped right into it. I was like, I need a car because I was sharing a car with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I feel like they had gotten rid of a car. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, I wanted a car, so I had 3 jobs. And I was full-time at VCU.
Now this is what we're talking. This is why we're here. Okay. So we got to jobs.
We got to jobs.
We finally got to work.
So Cierra starts her work life.
Cierra starts work life. All right. So this is your second year of college, first year at VCU.
Yep.
Which is where we finish our college career, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Your major was communications.
It was communications. Changed it my junior year.
Changes junior year. Okay, all right.
To psychology with a minor in criminal justice.
Whoa.
And that is what I graduated with.
Psychology with a minor in criminal justice.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, I had no idea about that.
Yep.
I swore you were communications. Okay,
Nope.
this is why I'm doing this. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. What were you about to say? Part-time job. You had 3 jobs where you're working
3 jobs.
in college.
Yes.
Okay. After you'd moved back home to VCU, or moved back home
to
with
go
your
to
parents
VCU.
to go
Yeah.
to VCU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You were working 3 jobs.
Yep.
What you got?
I was my first job. The first one I got. I don't know if I was just collecting them like
all
Pokemon.
at the same time? Sorry.
No. I started to add things on.
Okay. All right.
I don't know at what point or why. I also was working when I was at school. It was full time that year, but there were a good portion of classes that just they also had an online option.
Okay.
So I think 2 or 3 of my 5 classes were online that first semester, which made it easier to have.
That is nice. Yeah.
I don't know. It's because they were such big class. I really don't know because I did not experience that after that at all.
Right.
However, I worked at Cracker Barrel first. Definitely walked in there to get still did paper applications.
Wow.
I walked in there in a tank top and shorts because I just wanted an application.
Yeah.
And then they hired me. Like he had me fill it out there.
On the spot?
And then hired me. Well, when I tell you why, it'll make sense. That manager that I had, his name was Eddie. Eddie. Ed and Eddie. I don't know. Was fired for certain things.
I see.
Yes. So he was creepy. And he did try to find me on Facebook months, maybe even a year later.
Huh. Come on, Ed.
Creepy.
That's
anyway.
very creepy. So he's out of there.
Yeah. But
this is your first job ever?
That was my first job ever.
Whoa, okay.
Was Cracker Barrel.
Hired
Serving.
on the spot, sort of.
I was a server.
Server, okay.
Yeah. Well, I was 18. I was 18. I wasn't 19 yet because I was 17 when I graduated high school. So if this was 2015, I was turning 19 that year.
Okay.
So I worked at Cracker Barrel. I was a server. It's the first job I ever had.
Wow.
And then I added on later Crazy 8, which was a kid's store.
Okay.
So retail.
Like a kid's clothing store?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how Amber worked at Gymboree?
Yes.
This was the sister store to that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, it was a kid's clothing store. And they actually had some really cute clothes.
Did they?
And it was in Chesterfield Town Center.
Okay. And the one
then
that you worked at was called what?
Crazy 8.
Crazy 8,
Yeah,
okay.
Crazy 8. It was in Chesterfield Town Center, right kind of across from where Victoria's Secret was.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was right next to Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
And then I don't know what provoked me. It was the holiday season, actually, that I applied for Victoria's Secret.
Oh, okay.
So it had to be within 6 months of each other that I just started adding
just
stores on.
collecting all the jobs like
Yeah.
Thanos rings.
Yep.
So wait, so were you working at all three at one time?
Yeah.
At the same time while also going to school?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. My work ethic now, I'm like...
Yeah, well, I mean, you burnt yourself out, I think is what the issue is.
I think I burnt myself out at the ripe age of 19.
19, yep. And I'm done.
Can't work in the workforce anymore.
I retire.
Because not only did I have 3 jobs, it was 2 in retail and 1 as a server. Like, those are the worst
Yeah,
jobs.
those are the toughest jobs. How did you not want to off yourself every night?
I don't know. I did have an attitude a couple times at Victoria's Secret.
Did you?
I did.
How? Okay, so I guess let's start with Cracker Barrel. Let me ask questions about that first.
Okay.
So how long did you work there for, like total? Do you remember?
I don't know. 2 years?
Really? That's a long
Year
run.
and a half?
Okay.
Year and a half to 2 years, I think.
Okay. What is up with their star system? What is that about? Their star?
Oh, that's yeah. So I mean, I don't know how it works now.
Okay.
But when you started, you were a rising star, which meant you were new. Basically, it's like
So you get 1 star?
I actually think it says rising star. You have to take a test to get to your first star.
Okay.
You have to be like someone watches you do like your job, and then you have to take a test.
Wow.
So I wouldn't say it's entirely tenured because I got up to 3 stars. I got up to 3 stars, and then I just didn't care about the 4 star because that's when you get like you can also be a trainer and get like the red apron.
Whoa.
And I didn't want to do that either.
That's going up the chain. Cracker Barrel chain. You're a 3-star Cracker Barrel general.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the shit was easy.
Yeah.
It was easy. Like, serving sucks, but Cracker Barrel was very, like, I don't know. Once you got the hang, I mean, I did lay awake at night, like, oh, I forgot to get the ketchup. And that really happens.
Yeah.
Like, I would lay awake and be like,
Always.
oh, shit.
Yeah, I forgot to do this, or I forgot to chop onions, or whatever. Okay.
Or the smell of the biscuits
That probably haunts you.
being
to this
thrown
day.
away. Like, where you put your, like, stuff that you've cleared off the table.
Yeah.
That's a
Can
smell
you-
that'll never leave me.
Can you eat at Cracker Barrel to this day? Or no?
Yeah, I can eat a Cracker Barrel.
Okay. All right. Doesn't make you.
I won't
doesn't
eat salad.
That's fair.
I won't eat salad.
The salad at Cracker Barrel specifically?
Yeah.
All right.
I honestly, no, I eat salad a lot of places. I really don't want to eat the salad at Cracker Barrel because
blame
I
you.
know if it's not a weekend, like if it's not a dinner time and if it's not a weekend, breakfast or dinner, not lunch, there's no salad prep person. It's the servers.
I see. Okay.
And they don't always care about food safety.
Yikes.
So
Yeah, it is like that.
it is like that, especially when there's no one to make it and you're like, son of a, I forgot the salad.
Okay. Let me see. Why'd you leave there? That was my next question. Or is that kind of part of the end story of?
I think eventually I left because I took more hours at, I don't know. No, Victoria's Secret. I think I liked working at Victoria's Secret. God knows why. Because the money at Cracker Barrel was not bad. But the hours, like, they were just, if you worked on a weekday at dinner, I mean, you didn't always make a lot. You don't always make a lot.
It's more of a breakfast-like restaurant, I guess.
It really is, but they're open during the week. But then sometimes it was just run really poorly. So, like, it would be a not busy time, like 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. When it's really not busy, you're not going to see Cracker Barrel on a wait. But we would be put on a wait with 5 people in the dining room because the kitchen couldn't get their shit together.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then we had one cook who, like, I don't know, in the middle of a Wednesday, like, stormed out. He was like, I'm not going to be here. And then they chased him down because he was the only cook. And they were like, we need you to be here.
You have to be here. You're the cracker. We need you.
Yeah. But, so it was just kind of a lot of that where, like, the money was good, but I think at the time I was getting paid like $10.50 or $12.50 an hour at Victoria's Secret, which seemed like a lot at the time.
Pretty good for, going off of
the minimum
$2.
wage then was $7.50.
Okay.
So
were they giving you that at Cracker Barrel? Do you know? Or
hell no.
I didn't think because waiters and waitresses they can somehow
no.
It's like $2 an hour they actually get paid or something.
Yeah,
right?
I think it was like $2 or something an hour. But
so
I didn't make bad money, and I bought my little Prius.
Nice
With it.
Right on. I remember that. Yeah. But going from making $2 plus tips to $12 or whatever at Victoria's Secret, pretty good.
The hours were worse.
Oh, really?
The hours were worse, and honestly, I really think if I was, again, a little smarter or I wasn't so impulsive, if I sat down and, like, divided how much I made, like, tips-wise at Cracker Barrel versus the time I spent there versus the amount of time I was spending at Victoria's Secret, it might have evened out.
Really? Okay.
I mean, maybe not. I don't know now because I don't remember.
Who
I don't
knows?
remember how much I was bringing home, but I know on a weekend I could bring home like $200.
I'm sure, especially like after church and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
But you only had 2 tables in your section
That's it?
on a weekend.
That's it.
On a weekend morning.
Okay.
Only in the morning until like noon.
Why is that? Just because
It's
it was
really
so much?
busy.
Okay.
The more tables you have, the worse service people are going to get. It's too hard.
That makes sense.
So you should, when something is really, really busy,
Split it up.
only have 2, maybe 3 tables.
Okay.
But there would be times like people would get cut if you were pulling a double. I'd have a whole dining room.
What? That's nuts. That's a lot.
Not during lunchtime.
I've never worked.
There's like 4 people in there.
Oh, okay. So
you want the dining room. You
Yeah.
want to get cut? Can you leave? I'll take your section.
I'll take it. I'll take it for you.
But anywhere else I worked after that as a server was not that way. It was so busy. It was so chaotic that like Texas Roadhouse, you only ever had 3 tables. That's it. That's all. You'll never have more than 3 tables.
Okay. No matter what.
And you shouldn't because it's busy.
It was always busy.
But Victoria's Secret, I don't know. And I think I just like the girls there
Do you
better.
like the people you worked with more at Victoria's Secret?
Yeah.
And this was job number 2, right? Crazy 8 was last?
I think Crazy 8 was first.
Oh, okay.
I went to Crazy 8. I only ever worked with one person at a time. Like there was only ever 2 employees in the building.
Okay. And it was in a mall, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It was in the mall next to Victoria's Secret. I only ever worked 3 hours. That was all their shifts were.
Okay.
Were 3 hours.
Not bad.
So I'd work like at night. So I'd work like
6 to 9 or something.
yeah. And I only worked 2 days a week. I kept Crazy 8 for a long time.
Did you really? Because it was, I mean, I feel like light work.
Yeah.
Pretty-
I
okay.
kept Crazy 8 for a long time because I didn't want to quit on them. And I would come in if they needed me to. But then it got to a point where I was like, well, I'm even keeping myself on this payroll.
Did you
'cause-
work there with like a couple of our friends? Like, am I making that up? Or like, didn't Amber and Rhiannon work at some like children's clothing store with you also? Or is that different?
Amber worked at a kids clothing store, but it wasn't with me.
Okay. Did you and Rhiannon or somebody?
Rhiannon and I worked at Victoria's Secret together the first holiday season, I think.
Okay.
But we worked at Texas Roadhouse together.
That's okay. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what it was. I swear there was like another children's clothing store that you and someone else worked at.
Nah, I only
together.
worked at the one.
Who knows? Okay. Well,
Just the one.
Interesting. Just the one. Okay.
Um,
So Victoria's Secret. One time I was dating a girl, Bree, I think it was, and she made me go into the dressing room with her, and I got yelled at, and I was like, I really don't want to do that. I don't think I'm allowed to.
You're not allowed to.
I knew it. Thank you. On the record,
You are not allowed to.
not allowed to. I got in trouble for that. I don't think I'm allowed in Victoria's Secret anymore because of that. But just kidding.
Worse things have happened in the Victoria's
Oh, I'm
Secret
sure. I didn't even do
dressing
anything. I just
Yeah.
went in there. She was just like, I want you to come in the changing room with me. She wasn't doing anything either. She just
Yeah.
didn't want to be alone or whatever. And I was like, I don't think this is allowed.
rooms. It is not.
Yep. So-
It is not. And usually we had like someone who the fitting rooms was like theirs. And it was always Miss
Yeah.
Linda, who I
Who?
do believe still works there.
Miss Linda?
Miss Linda.
Miss Linda, I'm sorry for what my ex-girlfriend made me do. So what's Victoria's Secret? Is it in there? Is that where they keep it? Back there?
What's Victoria's Secret?
Yeah,
Is
they
this a
keep it back
man?
there. I had a
Victor
feeling.
something.
Okay, that's a hack joke. I'm going to cut that. Okay, so we're working these 3 jobs. I know you worked a couple other like waitressing jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
One was the Egg and I, which is like another breakfast joint.
Yeah. It's now.
They went out of business. Fuck them.
Yeah. I forgot what. Oh, it's First Watch.
Okay, that's right.
No.
Yeah, which is like a chain restaurant that
Yeah.
took over.
So was the Egg and I.
Egg and I. They
Can get Crocs.
yeah,
Boo.
fuck them. They fired you for some bullshit. I remember, which we don't have to get into if you don't want to.
I have just never.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on wood because I'm not trying to chase myself.
Okay,
Yes, it's because I switched checks on somebody
okay. Like you accidentally gave.
by accident.
A
I gave
table.
someone the wrong check, and by the way, I had to pay for the difference out of my pocket.
That's crazy. And
So
that
I
was
did
your
that, to
first
be fair.
mistake, right? Like first and last mistake.
No, I did it twice
Oh.
because I had gotten so panicked and I was really stressed out working there.
Mm-hmm.
The owner hated me.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. There were 2 positions that always ended up being open because he liked the people that he opened it with,
Okay.
the servers he opened it with, and literally nobody else.
What?
So there were 3 of us, I guess 3 open positions. They weren't open, but like 3 positions, and it was the 3 of us that he didn't like. And he didn't like me.
He'd always have you guys open the store, is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that he liked his original servers that he started with.
Oh, okay.
That when he opened, he hired them. They've worked there forever, and
Yeah.
he likes them.
There's them.
Curmudgeonly old man. Mean. So I won't say, it's not that I didn't make a mistake. So that's not, he didn't just hate me, so he fired me. I screwed that up. And then one thing about me, I don't do well under pressure.
Yeah.
I don't do well under
Same.
pressure. And when I fuck up once, when I mess something up once, I just was destined to do it again because like I was thinking really hard.
You think about it and you like focus on it.
Yeah, and I felt like so I did it twice and got fired the second time. But I
Like-
still had to pay out of my pocket.
Both times?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Also, who doesn't look at their check? Look at your check, people. This is ridiculous.
I'm guilty of that, but I'm going to start.
You
I'm gonna
should,
start looking at my check. It's a power move to not look at my check and be like, I'll just take this.
No,
please.
it's not. What if
Take
they
it
charge
away.
you 2 things?
Take it away.
That's just bad sense.
Take it away from me. Okay, so that was. Did you have any other serving jobs, or was that the last
Texas
one?
Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Okay,
Yes.
what was that like? Was that?
Ooh, I
while
was
you were-
real tired. I was real tired
Yeah, you-
of working.
Didn't stay
Serving.
at Texas Roadhouse for too long, right?
No, it wasn't too long. It wasn't until I started working at State Farm. Like I got like a real. It was closer to my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
And I got like a job that was closer to like marketing.
I see.
Or,
But
yeah.
what you had kind of like studied in
Yeah.
school. Okay.
Because that just Texas Roadhouse was fine. It was good money, but it was Cracker Barrel closes at 10.
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse.
The Egg and I
always.
closed at 2 p.m.
Okay.
They weren't open for anything other than breakfast and
It's
lunch.
not bad. That kind of frees up the rest of your day.
Absolutely. So when I took my happy tail over to Texas Roadhouse, I wasn't leaving till like 2 a.m.
Good God. That
Like
sucks.
2 a.m.
You're still in school at this point too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good.
Well, my first day, or one of my first things at Victoria's Secret, my first day was Black Friday.
Oh my God.
No one had taught me how to use the register. Like, and they just put me on the register.
They might as well have just taken you around back and shot you in the back of the head.
Not good. And I distinctly remember, I guess it wasn't Black Friday. It was Thursday when they
Okay.
still did the big, like,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's Black
Oh,
Friday.
it sucks. It was Thanksgiving?
yes.
I remember you having to do that.
Yeah. I had
That
to go
sucked.
in at like 7.
Yep.
And Amber and CJ came. Amber and Allred came to the mall.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I was going to be working. And she was like, I'm going to come see
I'll
you.
come see you. Yeah, yeah.
I was delusional by the time they got to me. I'm pretty sure it was like 2 a.m. And I walked in that food court like,
Help.
oh my God.
Who are you people? Get me out of here.
And then one of the other times I ended up, we would have to do store resets,
Oh, that's-
put up new displays and stuff. And the
Yeah.
first time we did that, they didn't ask me. They put it on the schedule. We were there till 2 a.m.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I have a test
Yeah.
tomorrow.
My
You
hands
could
hurt.
have, hello?
Yeah.
But even Victoria's Secret closed at 10. Unless some heifer stayed in there. I'm still shocked. You got to go.
And she's got coupons and everything, I'm sure.
Yeah. And, we'd have to
She has a
refold the
return.
panty table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's a specific way to fold underwear. It's ingrained in me.
I knew it. I'll never learn, but that's okay.
Yeah. And there was always like creepy men. And there was
Always.
always people shoplifting.
At Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Hell
Actually, one of our employees was
Oh,
like,
really?
they were shoplifting rings. Like, there were shoplifting rings of people
Oh,
who
I see.
shoplift, not like
a,
rings.
Like a. I know what you're saying.
Conglomerate of shoplifters.
Like a group of people
Yes.
doing bad stuff together.
So she worked for us, and she was always on the pink side.
They
so
had an inside man.
they had an inside man.
Whoa.
We had sections. So, like when you got there, you were either like on the floor, on the register, or in the back. I liked being in the back by the end. But what happened at Victoria's Secret is we got a new manager, and I hated her.
Okay.
I hated her. She sucked. I just
Get her.
everybody left. All the people I was
Yeah.
friends with had already left.
She just mean or not good at her job or dumb?
She just wasn't very good at her job. I at one point was working and she was in the back doing whatever in her office, and I was at that point working a lot of stock and like
Okay.
tagging stuff, folding it, so you had to pull it out on the floor, and you had an expectation. You had like a box full, I shit you not, a box full of underwear, a box full of panties, and you had to get through them. Like you had to fold them, you had to put safety tags on every like third or fourth one,
Okay.
or the shoplifting tags, and you had to get through it. But she left me up there by myself. I was the only one in the whole store, and I don't know if you remember Victoria's Secret when it was, you had 3 doors into Victoria's
Yeah,
Secret.
it's one of the biggest stores in the
Yes,
mall.
and I was up there literally by myself.
That
I
stinks.
think Miss Linda was back in the bras.
Shout out Miss Linda.
Shout out Miss Linda. Doing fittings. That's what she did. You had
Okay.
someone who did fittings on that side.
For sure, that lady who yelled at me.
Yes.
Because she was
Yes.
getting a bra. Yeah.
And I was up there by myself.
Uh-huh.
Someone came and wanted to do this big return. I was the only one in the store. I had to go on the register. There was no one else to do
no.
it. She would not come out and help me.
Sucks.
And
Your manager?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
And so I went back there to Leah. She's like, "Did you get the 2 panty boxes done?" And I said, "No."
I've had 50,000.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
She said, "We had this," and there was a new girl with her, and she was like, "That's just unreal. Why wouldn't you get it done? And I said, kidding?
Yeah. When would I have had the time?
You left me up front, and there have been nonstop customers for me to ring out. Were you going to send anyone up here?
That's infuriating.
So that's the type of things that she would do.
I see. Which is why people
Which is
left.
why everybody already left.
I see. Okay. Which is why you eventually left
Yes.
also?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I would have gone to Texas Roadhouse
If
she didn't take
Okay.
over.
Oh, so
I don't
this-
think I would have gone there.
Okay, so Texas Roadhouse took over for
Victoria's Secret,
Victoria's
because I just couldn't work
okay.
with her. She was just
That's fair enough. I've had to quit jobs because of managers,
Yeah.
like like Fast and All. Entirely my manager is the reason I quit that one.
Yep.
She sucked. So I feel you on that. That sucks.
yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Victoria's Secret. So Texas Roadhouse took over Victoria's Secret. Were you still working at Cracker Barrel at this time too?
No.
That was okay. So you're only doing Texas Roadhouse. And,
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And I think I was still doing Crazy 8, but
Okay. That's
barely.
again like twice a week or whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Sweet. So we are still in college at this point. We've had a couple
Yeah.
part-time jobs. You graduated college, and what was your major again? I'm sorry. Communication.
Psychology.
Psychology. That's right. Yeah.
that's
See,
a throw you the
Tricked me.
curveball.
Yep.
Psychology, minor in criminal justice.
Okay. Psychology, minor criminal justice.
Wanted to work in
That's
the
so
FBI.
cool. That's wild. Okay.
Didn't do that.
Did not do that.
I met with a woman who was a profiler in
Did you
the
really?
FBI. My mom knew her,
Okay.
and she kind of scared me off of it. She was like a really big. There's a really big bug outside. This thing's huge. Anyway,
Big bug.
sorry.
Come back. I have questions.
She just kind of scared me because she was like, you will get moved around like for the first 7 years. You'll never stay in the same city, like because they don't want you to build roots and this, that, and the third, and they don't pay that much. But she just kind of scared me off of it.
Being
I was
like a legit FBI agent,
Yeah, I
like
was
going
like-
out and solving crimes and
Oh,
yeah.
I wanted to be a criminal profiler.
Oh wow. Okay, that'd be cool.
Watching things like Dexter now, I'm like, actually, I don't think I'm smart enough. Like, I don't think I'm that good at puzzles.
Fair enough. I mean, it is tough to figure out.
But so I didn't end up doing that. But I graduated with psychology,
Cool.
minor in criminal justice, was at Texas Roadhouse. Then I got a job at Mike Devlin State Farm. Oh, that's where I met Rachel.
Okay, it's cool. You met her at Mike Devlin State Farm.
Yep.
Nice. And
I-
Rachel's another good friend. We've talked
Yes.
about like, okay, so you've met like 3 of your lifelong good friends at this point
Yep.
in the story too.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so how long did you work? This was, you graduated.
I graduated working there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after you graduated, you stayed there for a little bit? Or-
Yes, but not very long.
Okay.
Timeline's fuzzy. I think I stayed there through, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so after we graduated. Because
Yeah.
when you work for an independent agent, there's no like insurance. I didn't get paid very much.
Okay.
So I started as the marketing intern. And then I got my life and health license and my life and health license and then my something else. Death and something. Like
Sweet.
and my death.
That's like all the, that's everything.
I can't remember what it's called. Something in disability, I think.
Death and disability.
Life and disability? I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. You got certified in 2
Oh,
separate
property
things.
and casualty, life and health.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I got licensed in.
Okay, cool. Say that again. Say it one more time.
I got licensed in property and casualty, and then I got licensed in life and health.
Nice. Okay, that's pretty exciting.
Which you had to be able to answer the phone.
Okay, just at the insurance.
Yeah, to talk about insurance, you had to be licensed to like talk about
Yeah,
insurance.
okay. Hello, I am licensed to talk
Yeah.
about this. Hello, how are you?
Yeah. So I can tell you a whole lot about car insurance,
Okay.
homeowners insurance. That is, Brandon does a lot of the blue jobs, takes care of a lot of things. I take care of the insurance.
You take care of the insurance. Okay.
Take care
so
of the insurance.
this is what you were doing at State Farm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what did that job entail, I guess? Taking care of the insurance.
Yeah. Well, I was basically account management. So anyone who called in and wanted to add a car, take off a car,
Yeah.
quote a car. You also had to call out and do sales.
Okay.
I drove
calling and
around
stuff?
to apartments. Because if you go to apartments and ask for their list of new renters, you can call them and offer them renters insurance.
That's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah.
That's probably a good way to do it, too.
It is, because if you get them at renters, you'll get their car.
Yeah.
And then when they buy a house, you'll get their house.
That's true. Yeah, there's bundles and stuff I'm
Yeah.
sure they can make. Wow, nice. Okay, pretty smart.
Yeah.
So-
And events, too. We do events like the Tomato Festival.
I remember
and
you doing that a lot.
Yeah.
That was only 6 months. Well, I guess, right? It was only 6 months?
That I did that?
Yeah.
No, it was like a year.
Oh,
but I
okay.
meant 6 months after we graduated.
After you graduated. Okay, all right.
I didn't stay there very long after I graduated.
Yeah.
Because you graduate and then you're like, I don't have any money.
Yeah, I got to get something that pays me a little more.
Yeah.
So,
Mike definitely, it was very interesting.
yeah. Get you a lot of experience, I guess, right out the gate.
Yeah.
kind of doing
Well,
what
and
you're-
Rachel and I were alone all the time. It was really just Rachel and I in the office.
Sweet. What was he doing?
I don't No.
Okay.
He had 5 kids.
All right.
So he was part of the booster club, the PTA, and then all kinds of other things. So he was going out, I think. He was trying to get in bigger accounts of, like, because they also do business insurance. So, like,
okay.
doing that and then doing whatever else it is that he does.
Yeah.
And then we were answering the phones. Rachel and I spent a lot of time probably not working. If I had to guess.
You guys...
Like, a seat away from each other.
Yeah.
And then we had
Basically
a code word if we were getting on each other's nerves. Oh my gosh, what was it?
What was your code?
Shrimp taco.
Shrimp taco is when you're getting on your nerves?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Is that still into effect this day?
Haven't had to use it in a long time.
That's good. Okay.
Use it in a long time.
If you're listening to, so Cierra's also co-host of podcast Chapters and Chatter with Rachel. So if you ever hear them shout shrimp taco in the middle of an episode, I guess we know what's going on there.
Yeah, you just know that we're beefing.
Yeah, we're beefing a little bit.
Beefing.
So shrimp taco is
Yeah.
the code word. What's what kind of things did she do that would like make you mad? Or
Rachel's very extroverted and I'm very introverted.
yeah.
And at the time, Rachel was very, like, a lot more extroverted,
She
I guess
had a
I
lot
would
of
say.
energy.
Like, she had a lot of energy. And also, it was just us in the office together.
Okay,
so,
yeah. So she won't come on my podcast. She hates me, I think.
yeah, she does hate you.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
it. I figured.
We talk about it often.
I figured. It's fine. I'll get her husband Jared. Come on.
Yeah.
We'll show him.
Yeah. I'll show
Or her,
you.
I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah. But I really think more than anything, and I think we were both going through things, but
Yeah.
she was losing her mom.
Okay.
So she was losing her mom, and that all happened in the span of, like, I think when we very first went to Busch Gardens the first time together, her boyfriend broke up with her.
Ah, jeez. Okay. That's, yeah.
So, and then, I think I was going through it too, like, in a different way. I
Definitely.
didn't have a whole lot to give.
Sure.
And she needed a lot of,
Like support?
I don't know, reassurance on things, I suppose. Like, I distinctly, and we've had this conversation so many times, where she'd be like, if I disagreed with something, she'd be like, I don't feel like you're on my team. And to this day, I tell her how triggering that is to me.
I don't feel like you're on my team.
And it's so funny. She has not said that in so many years because she knows, like, how much I'm
going to say that to her next time I see her. I don't feel like you're on my team.
you're my team.
Yeah. Also shrimp taco.
But we used to, so Mike definitely used to love The Office, so we would prank each other.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
He really didn't like Trump. So for, I think it was April Fool's Day, we printed out, like, nothing but pictures, like hundreds of pictures of Trump, and put them all over his office, and, like, with sticky notes of his, like, most wild things that he said.
All his quotes.
Yes. Rachel put his glasses in Jell-O.
That's a good one.
Rachel and I would also hide an air horn. He had an air horn that
That's
if a
awesome.
telemarketer called, he'd, like, get somebody on the phone, like, press the buttons to get someone on the phone, and then blow the air horn.
Ingenious. I like that.
So we'd hide it from each other. I still have videos. I hid it, like, under her seat, like, taped it so that when she sat down, it went off.
Genius.
When she closed her drawer, I did that one
That's
too.
so funny. That's awesome.
So we would just play pranks on each other.
Yeah.
The whole time. So, and we also had drinks at work too. So
nice. That helps liven up the mood a little too. Yeah.
But we spent a whole lot of time together, and honestly, I think that that's why our friendship is, like, the way that it is.
That makes sense.
Because it was just us in the office making it through, and then going through the things that we both went through.
Kind of like adversity building, like, together, and
Yeah.
kind of leaning on each other for support.
Yep.
Sure, probably built a good friendship there. So
Yeah.
sweet.
So then she left, moved to Georgia because she hated me,
All right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. She did live in Georgia for a bit.
and then I went to Elephant
Okay. You went to Elephant. You were doing, like,
Claims.
customer claims. Okay, which is when people call in like, hey, I fucked my car up,
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
And then they yell at you for some reason.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
I'm not a call center person.
Yeah.
It was a call center. To be fair, they told me, because Eli didn't get stuck with this and John didn't get stuck with it.
That's true.
Dale didn't get stuck with it.
All
but
three
I
of
did.
them.
You basically had classes come in. You had to start in first notice of loss, which is when people call in and say, hey, I fucked my car up. And then usually after a couple weeks, you move
You get,
up
like,
to the
promoted.
next level, and then you can kind of go, like, wherever in claims.
Right. I remember that was supposed to be the case, and
No,
was the case for
It was the case for literally everybody
all
else.
three of our friends that
Yep.
work there. Yeah. But for you,
Not for me.
What the
I
hell?
got stuck. They weren't hiring another class. They wouldn't give an answer. And then COVID hit.
yeah.
That was
Oh,
it.
I remember that.
That was it. And when I left, I was like, you said we would not be doing this long. Because it's not even the first notice of loss. I was working the worst shift until 8 p.m.
Yeah, because you didn't start on that, did you? Or did you?
I don't think I started on that,
I think
but we
you
got
had like a
moved
normal
to it.
9 to 5 shift starting, and then they moved you to like a 12 to 8 or whatever. It was not a good schedule.
And then to make it better, I tried to do the split shift where you worked like 9 to 12 and then like something to 8.
I remember that too.
Which made it a little better. And during COVID, made it a little better because at least I got a break in the middle of the day.
I just didn't have to like.
All you did was sit there and wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah, and then 9 times out of 10, it was somebody who was pissed off because
I definitely snapped at least a couple people.
Got in an accident. You should be allowed to snap at least one dude a day, right?
I distinctly remember a woman.
Okay.
It was at night. I distinctly remember her like arguing with me about why she should get a rental car, and I was like, "You don't have rental car coverage. I literally can't help you." And she just didn't want to hear it, and I was like, "I cannot help you.
Look, you dumb bitch.
I don't know what to tell you." And I got off the phone, and one of the guys who was like down computers for me was like, "Are you okay?"
Nope.
It's like, "No."
As you like take your fist out of the computer screen.
He was funny because he used to get really quiet when he got frustrated. He'd be like, "Ma'am, I just really can't help you."
Oh man, that's scary.
But then he'd get off the phone and be like, "You can kick rocks."
Yeah, there you go. Get him.
And then I had a manager that wouldn't get on the phone. Like someone was asking for a manager. It was a guy, and my manager was a guy. He would not get on the phone. I was like, they want to talk to a manager. They want to talk to a manager.
Had a real aversion to confrontation, I guess.
Wouldn't get on the phone.
That's wild. Why
so
not?
they just sat there until they hung up.
What did he do? He just didn't answer.
He would not get up and get on the phone. He was like, I'm not going to do it.
Crazy.
He said it's 7:30.
How did he get to that position?
No idea.
That's wild. Anyway,
it's like, no, I don't want to talk to them.
You're the guy. You have to.
What do you mean?
What do you mean no?
I'm sorry, ma'am. My manager refuses to talk to you.
He said no. I don't know what to do now.
Who's gonna believe me? My manager said no.
I mean, I don't.
Just as long as this isn't the call that you pulled.
Yeah.
To listen to with upper management.
Definitely. He said no. Well, anyway, okay, so that was Elephant. You got stuck there. You got put on a shitty shift.
And then we got hit with COVID.
So and then we got hit with COVID. Yeah. So it was really kind of one thing after another after another. And then I know, times were tough then in like life in general.
Yeah.
Then, so you left Elephant eventually. How long did you work there? Like a year?
I don't even think it was a year.
Really?
No, it wasn't, because I think I started closer to my birthday, so it had to be August, September. We got on lockdown in March.
Yes.
So I think I left in like April or May.
Okay, so maybe eight months ish.
Yeah,
like that
because I couldn't
do it anymore.
Hell no.
And I don't blame you one bit. You were supposed to. I mean, you.
Yeah.
It happened to me too. When my first job out of college, that water treatment plant,
mm-hmm.
they had promised me like a 9 to 5 job, and it was like you don't have to work weekends, you don't have holidays off, all that good stuff. And then I got in there, and then like day 2, they were like, "All right, see you tomorrow at 3 a.m." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And then they were just like, "Yeah, that's just how it works. Everybody gets here at 3 a.m. So we'll see
you lied.
Yeah, so you lied. So
you lied.
Again, yeah, that seems to happen, I guess. And you had just come out of college, kind of. Then
really.
Yeah.
The only real job, not that retail or food service isn't real, but like the only like 9 to 5 job I had was Mike Devlin, and that was 9 to 5. I did not work weekends.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that.
And you were still. I mean, even then, you worked there for 6 months. You said 6 to 8 months, something like that. Too 6 months to a year. Mike Devlin.
A year, I think.
A year.
Yeah.
So you'd been in the workforce for like a year. Point is, I'm trying to say is we were both just fresh out of college and
how
got taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know any better.
They literally on my exit interview, he was like, "Yeah, we didn't know when we were going to hire another class." Then you should have said that.
Yeah. Why did you lie? Then you should have told us.
You should have said that, because I. Also, lived in a house with 3 of you that worked a regular job. So then when I'm getting back on the phone,
at 8 o'clock at night,
everything is going on loudly.
I mean, the 3 of us, you lived in a house with 3 dudes, and we were like playing video games or just
saying things that I can't have on a recorded line.
Definitely
please.
not. Definitely not. So I can imagine that would be tough too. Sorry. I'm gonna blame the other 2 guys. Yeah, they're not here. So.
Sure. I mean, it's nobody's fault. You should get to live your life. After work hours.
I agree.
Really, like
I am with you on that.
Truly, you should get to. I'm just So that didn't last long.
Okay, fair enough, and I don't blame you. So
I went back to a State Farm.
Did you? Okay.
Agent, but this one on Hall Street.
Different guy, different person.
It was a woman. Yeah.
Oh, different. Okay.
I worked there. I didn't work there very long either. I feel like as we're going through this,
I've hopped around
I promise that I don't intentionally am not a job hopper.
I've had like no shit. We can kind of battle. Since I graduated, I think I've had This is going to take a second. 7th job since I graduated college. So, and that was only 2017. That was only 8 years ago. So,
listen, if I'm not happy, I'm not happy.
exactly. And also, our generation, we give ourselves raises. You know what I mean? So, like, if I'm not making enough money somewhere, I'm going somewhere else.
Seriously.
I've done that. Every job I've left is because I haven't made enough money.
I've gotten more money at every job I've left.
Same here.
Except for Elephant to State Farm.
Actually, yeah, except for Medline Medline from McKesson, I made less.
You know, you make decisions.
I fucked up.
That are questionable.
We all know I fucked up.
Well, no, I'm saying, but that's also what happened to me.
Yes.
Going from Elephant, I had talked about taking a pay cut, and it was just not supposed to work out the way that it did. It was, because I'm happy where I am. But
of course. Yeah.
That's not. I just
wasn't what you were
didn't stay on. I didn't stay at that State Farm office that long because I did not intend to have to pay, be a single income household.
Sure.
I guess so. That was not enough money. That was not enough money at all. And I also just wanted to get out of Elephant. I just wanted to get out of it. And
You'd take anything you could.
Yeah, pretty much. And I had done that, and I knew I could do it. And I was basically alone in that office because she was going on maternity leave. So
oh, wow.
She didn't have anyone else that worked there.
It was just you. Wow.
It was just me, which probably was not good. I was also going through a very hard time in my life. So I can tell you I did not do shit for work.
Yeah.
Which I'm not proud of. I feel bad for her because she really got the worst version of myself, I'm pretty sure.
I feel that. When I started at McKesson, I didn't give it my all. When I started at McKesson, I was going through a tough time then.
And you just know you didn't give it. You just know you didn't give it your all.
I didn't give it my all. And then, so
I definitely did not.
Yeah.
I definitely did not at all. But, I mean, it was fine for what it was. I did not stay there very long, though, because it just, like I said, it was not enough money. Honestly, even if things had worked out differently, it still wouldn't have been enough money.
Right.
It still wouldn't have worked.
And plus, it's not like what you ultimately wanted to do, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
But I had thought while I was there, I was just having, an identity crisis. I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. I was trying to be a counselor.
Yeah.
But I didn't get into grad school.
Okay.
Because I didn't try hard enough.
You were 24, 25 at this point?
I was 23.
Okay, 23.
And I go by that because no one likes you when you're 23. So I think I turned 23,
okay,
and it really was fitting for that year. So I was thinking I could enter the State Farm had a program where you could enter the program to become an agent. And I was like, I could get into that.
Do your own
Yeah,
thing.
to have your own agency. And then very quickly
cool.
I was like...
Eli did that for a bit, I think, right?
I think he did try to do that.
Yeah.
It's oversaturated.
It's hard.
At least of the State Farm agents. It's oversaturated. There's a million of them.
Mm-hmm. And they'll give anybody an office, I think.
So, yeah, either you have to go... So you have to either go all the way through and get an agent to, give you their book, work in an agent's office that's retiring and then get their book of business.
Right.
Or you have to present to, a board an area for you to go in and why you should get your own area and not take over somewhere else.
Interesting.
Anyway,
okay.
I don't like insurance that
Seems
much.
Intense, yeah.
Still a whole lot of talking to people. I mean,
Definitely.
I talk to people now,
but they kind of come to you, I feel like, right?
Yeah, it's just different.
It's a little
Business
different.
development is different than sales, and I will die on that hill. Other people might not agree, but I will die on the hill that what I do does not feel like sales.
Awesome.
The way that insurance feels like sales.
Okay.
So
interesting. You'll have to explain that to me.
Yeah. So I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel worked at GenCare.
Right,
Rachel's
okay.
an integral part to my career.
Yes, okay. Rachel, back from Mike Devlin's State Farm.
She moved back.
Okay.
Here, she's back from Georgia.
Back from Georgia, okay.
She works at GenCare.
Mm-hmm.
And she's coming in and out of my Lauren Taylor office at State Farm.
Okay.
Coming in and out because I'm the only one there.
Sure.
And she's probably still trying to check on me and make sure I'm alive.
Rachel's just stopping in to say hey. Okay.
Yep, just
cool.
stopping in here and there, and we're just chit-chatting, yip-yapping. And then she tells me about a position at GenCare. Well, I wanted to buy a house. I want to do all these things. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
On State Farm money.
Understandable.
So I applied to GenCare, and then that's where we got. And I'm pretty sure Lauren Taylor was like, that's good for you. Thank God.
She was happy. Okay.
She was so nice, and I just feel like in the back of her head, she was like...
It was probably like a mutual parting. You both knew
like,
it
oh
was
my
time
gosh,
to
thank goodness.
So it worked out for the best of
Yeah.
us. So at GenCare, and can you explain what that was exactly? Because I know you've told me 50 million times.
Yeah.
And I know it involves old folks.
It does.
And Medicare, I think. Maybe.
They do have to have Medicare, yes.
Okay. Good talk.
It's a primary care physician.
I don't know why I said good talk.
Good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
All right, so we're
see you
done?
later. Actually, I think I said that because I have to pee really bad. Would you mind if I took a quick break and
By
then you
all
can
means.
explain GenCare to me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. My gracious host. Hey, pardon the interruption. I wanted to take a second to thank our first sponsor, BetterHelp. Let's be real, work can be a lot. Whether it's that one coworker who emails you like it's a legal battle, a boss who thinks urgent means right now, or just the quiet dread of another Monday. Sometimes you need more than venting to your work friends. That's where BetterHelp comes in. It's therapy, but online. It's flexible and built around your schedule. You can chat with licensed therapists by text, phone, or video. There's no waiting rooms, no commute, no awkward small talk with strangers in scrubs. It's not too weird. Your mental health matters, and not just when you're in full meltdown mode. Even a little support can go a long way in helping you feel more grounded, more focused, and honestly just more you, more human, want to feel like a person again. So I've used BetterHelp. It's great. I like it personally. I can vouch for it. So if you've been thinking about therapy, check out betterhelp.com/workfriends. You'll get 10% off your first month just for trying it out, just for being part of the crew. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/workfriends with an S. Workfriends. Take care of your mind. Work will be there tomorrow. Hello, it's me, your friend, Tyler. Just wanted to say, this episode is sponsored by The Card Guys, Richmond's go-to shop for Pokemon and sports cards. Whether you're hunting Charizards, chasing rookie cards, or ripping packs for the thrill, The Card Guys have the singles, sealed boxes, and live breaks you want. You can find them at 4915 West Broad Street, Richmond, Virginia 23230. They are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and also Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and they're closed on Sundays. You can follow them on Instagram at _card_guys with an S. So that's THE_CARD_GUYSS_ to see new arrivals, live breaks, and events. That's The Card Guys, where Pokemon trainers and sports fans score big. Cool. Thank you. Back to the show. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. I had to pee. Everyone's favorite part of the show.
You act like editing tools aren't a thing.
Well, it's a lot of work to edit stuff, though.
Okay.
Anyway, so when I left, we were talking about your next career move, which was at Gen Care.
Yep.
So can you explain what Gen Care is?
Gen Care is a primary care physician for people 55 and older. So generally, it's a primary care physician for people of a needier population.
Okay, for like people who like don't have insurance or maybe don't have
not quite don't have
money?
insurance. It's just lower income seniors.
Okay.
So basically, like everyone gets Medicare when they turn 65,
Sweet.
but you can get like a dual plan if you have Medicaid and Medicare.
Okay.
So it's more like needier populations. Like all four in Richmond are not in like very good areas.
I see.
And it's more like a one-stop shop is
Okay.
what they called it. So like we were a primary care physician, but we had a cardiologist, we had labs there, we had a pharmacy in there, and we had, I think we had a psychiatrist too.
Okay. Physical therapy or anything in there? Rehab?
I think we had physical therapy, but we probably had some stuff, like stuff to do. It just depended on what it was, but we tried to be as much of a one-stop shop as we could be for them.
So it was like a physical location that seniors could come to and get like medical care.
Yes.
If they
Yep. So they came once a month for their appointments. Because they were a needier population, they tend to be sicker.
Okay.
So the way Gen Care worked was if we kept them out of the hospital, we got paid. If they went into the hospital, we had to pay for it.
Oh, no.
Because we
Okay.
were supposed to keep them out of the hospital.
Well, I don't know why I said oh no. I guess it's great for the seniors.
It's a great model, but
Yeah.
also it does turn into some questionable, like if
Yeah.
someone calls in and they're like, my arm hurts, my chest hurts. It's
Right.
like, come here first.
Yeah, I feel like that could be
Because if
kind
we
of-
send you to the hospital, like if we send you to the hospital, it's different than if you just go to the hospital.
Right.
Like it's just,
I could feel like
kind
it
of
could
ends up
be
being more
arbitrary
questionable.
and like some lines could get crossed. And it
Yeah.
could be like he said, she's. So anyway, I could see that could be difficult. But,
yeah.
So what was your role when you were at Gen Care? What'd you do?
I was an MGC,
Oh.
a membership growth consultant.
Okay, that sounds fancy.
It's a fancy word for business development.
There you go. Another fancy title.
Another fancy title that was really weird. But so essentially my job was to bring in new patients.
Okay.
So it was a little more boots on the ground than my job is now,
Okay.
or even was at Brightview, because I had to talk to the seniors. Like, my job consisted of what I would like to think is probably like at least 3 jobs. Because I had to do events. You had community partners. I don't remember what they're called now, but community accounts like the senior center, senior living apartments, senior whatever, places that you went to and you did like events. So resource fairs, bingo. I did so much bingo.
You did do a lot of bingo.
I did so much bingo.
Interestingly, you are my second guest in season 2 of this show to be a bingo caller.
Yeah.
Weird. Didn't. All right. Anyway.
Yep.
Forgot about
That's
that.
odd.
Yeah. Huh.
But yes, I did a lot of bingo. Some paint and sips, but they weren't as popular.
Oh man.
Um.
You set those up yourself too, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had to buy everything, set up everything.
Pretty cool. Like it's kind of like you're like a marketing like producer type.
I mean, yeah, it was. I did really like that aspect of it. I planned like 2, because I was there for almost 3 years. I planned 2 really big like senior proms
Oh,
at the Colonial Heights Senior Center.
that's nice.
Those were my really big things.
Uh-huh.
But you also, so we only took Medicare dual plans, Medicare Advantage plans.
Okay.
Which are specific, like dual plans, whatever.
Okay.
So we didn't take just straight Medicare. And Medicare has like, you get Part A and Part B, which is like your hospital and then your out of hospital stuff. And then you have to add on, if you're curious, prescription coverage. That's not included in what you get when you turn 65.
That's, yeah, you have to add on that. And then like eyes and teeth are also more stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a Medicare Advantage plan is kind of all of that.
Oh, sweet.
Together.
Okay.
So it also gives benefits to people like a grocery stipend or like some like they have some really good whatever's in it.
Yeah. You like phone bill discounts and stuff.
So we only took people with that. How that happened is we also worked really closely with Medicare agents.
Okay.
Like people who sold Medicare to switch them over. Like if they had traditional Medicare, they need to switch over. If they had a plan we don't take, we need them to switch over.
Okay.
So sometimes I'd sell someone on GenCare, but then I need to pass them to an insurance agent to sell them on the insurance that we need to come to GenCare.
So you would kind of like convert people to Medicare or Medicaid, whatever it is.
Yeah, to that plan, to a plan. We took Anthem, United, Humana, and some other one.
Blue Cross, Blue Shield or something.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, I don't believe, is Medicare.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. We took 2 United plan when I was there. 2 United plans, 1 Humana plan, the Humana Gold Plus plan, and we took 5 Anthem plans, like 3 Aetna plans. The problem is that you couldn't find us as a provider in like any of them.
Really?
So I didn't get paid unless their primary care provider showed GenCare on their insurance.
Okay.
Which would never show until the next month anyway. And if it was done incorrectly, I didn't get paid for them. I had to sit on the phone with insurance with these seniors.
That's a nightmare.
Yes.
Ugh.
To get it changed. And I'd have to sit on the phone a couple times with them because they just wouldn't change it.
They just don't get it. Yeah, I had to call insurance when I worked as a pharmacy technician, and that was my least favorite part of the job. I mean, between getting yelled at by old people about their insurance and then calling their insurance, that was the 2 worst parts of that job.
Yep.
I couldn't stand it.
So they also a lot of times can't switch insurance plans until AEP, which is like an open enrollment for Medicare.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which is October through December, I think. So there are a lot of times, like in May, you'd get somebody to switch. You need to switch over. Well, they can't switch over yet, so they're just on like the agent's list.
They have to wait so long. They have to wait like 5 months.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God.
It's not as bad anymore. GenCare used to like push a really big AEP season. I wasn't allowed to take PTO. I wasn't allowed to do any of that, like PTO October through December.
Okay.
But it got less and less. Like, numbers weren't as big because you had like emergency stuff. If United always had one. They were a 5-star plan, so you could change any time of the year.
Okay.
There was some like emergency, like flood something, so you could change any time of the year. A lot of agents could find ways around it. But so either way, I had to do events, I had to create relationships with agents, and then I had to find the old people and convince them to change their primary care physician.
That sounds like the hardest part of that whole job.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to convince an old person to change something?
Sounds impossible.
Yeah. So on top of that, I also had to bring them in for tours.
Okay. to
then I had
your facility, like
yeah.
where they would do their exams and I mean their
Yeah.
like doctor's appointments and stuff.
Tour it. Yeah. Then I
Okay.
had to set up their first appointment. I did all their paperwork, 18 pages
Oh
of
my
paperwork.
God.
With
While they're
them.
sitting there the whole time.
Yeah. Had a couple ladies show me things that I shouldn't see.
Okay.
I'd be like, I'm not a provider, ma'am.
I cannot
Talk
help
to
you.
your
I'm not a
doctor.
healthcare professional.
So it was just a lot of jobs in
Okay.
one job. And I did that for almost 3 years.
Wow, that's a long time too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you work like strictly off commissions? It sounds like, or was there?
No, you got base. You
Okay.
got salary. And then you were paid. When I started, you were just paid per person.
Oh, like a flat rate.
Yeah, that you bought, became a patient.
Yeah.
And they
Sweet.
changed it. And then you didn't get paid for anything under 6. So if you got 5, that's too bad. You're not getting paid a bonus.
Like 5 people?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That seems like okay. Well, that's kind of a crock. I feel like
Yeah.
it was way better the first time when you got
It
paid
was.
like one. They
And
always
then
got to
they
change
changed
stuff
it.
up like that.
They do. It's always when I come around, everything changes.
Yeah, just you know how it goes for me too. Okay, so Gin Care, you were there for 3 years. Did you did the same job the whole time you were there, or did you ever?
Yeah, no, I did the same thing. the whole
Okay.
time.
And then I think I heard you mention you worked somewhere else after Gin Care.
I went to Brightview.
Brightview,
Health.
the college, like John.
No, that's
okay. Point.
Point.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is Brightview? It
Is
sounds very familiar.
an outpatient substance use treatment facility.
Okay, I think they're one of my customers. That's why they sound so familiar.
Don't you do physical therapy?
Well, rehab, outpatient rehab.
Yeah,
Oh,
but they're like drug rehab.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess we wouldn't really sell like drug no. That would be more Medline. I'm thinking like drug test cups and stuff like that.
Yeah, they would use that.
Yeah. Okay. So that would
Yeah.
be Medline.
Yeah.
Ah well. Anyway,
Yeah.
Brightview.
Brightview was outpatient addiction treatment.
Okay.
So what that really means is that people came more like a doctor's office. Like they came for group or they came for their individual counseling and then left. And then we also did medication management. So we did medicated assisted treatment,
Okay.
which is Suboxone, Vivitrol, Sublocade, which are all, do you know what those are? Should I explain what those are?
Controlled substances. I don't know.
Well, they are. They are.
Okay. What are they?
Essentially, they work for opiates.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And alcohol. They don't work for stimulants like meth or cocaine or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that. But when you do like heroin or fentanyl or whatever, you have withdrawals when you don't do it, and it's because those drugs sit in your opioid receptors.
Mm-hmm.
And the medicated assisted treatment usually, like Sublocade and Suboxone, are partial opioid receptor blockers. So they're part naloxone, which is what's in Narcan, and but they're only half, so it only partially blocks it. So you don't get withdrawals. It helps your cravings. It also prevents you from being able to get the same kind of high.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
even if you go do the drug, you're most likely just going to feel ill,
Really?
more than you're going to feel high.
Wow, interesting. I didn't know that. That's for all Suboxone, all those types of drugs for the most part, I guess.
For the most part, those are partial. Vivitrol is purely naltrexone. Naltrexone. Naloxone? Oh my gosh, now I'm getting it all
I
back.
don't have any idea. You could say anything you
Vivitrol is
wanted.
a 28-day injection,
Okay.
and it's a full opioid receptor blocker. So it fully sits in your opioid receptor. You aren't going to be able to get high or drunk. We used that a lot more for alcohol, because it also kind of makes you ill. Like if
I
you
see.
try to do it.
Interesting.
Anyway, but those things don't do anything for cocaine or meth. You also don't really have withdrawals like you do.
Because they're different receptors.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah.
It's different, like, because it's a stimulant. It's not sitting in your opioid receptor. So, Suboxone, Sublocade, they're partial blockers. Vivitrol is a full blocker. So that's really what we did, was more medication-assisted treatment, but it was a full, like, circle. You had to participate in group in
Okay.
order to continue your medication because
Like-
it doesn't work.
You had to do like Narcotics Anonymous and like sit around in a circle and
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that
we
too.
didn't
Okay.
use NA.
Yeah.
So there's actually different, like, recovery programs. So
Oh yeah, because all the like the anonymous ones are all like
12 step.
like faith based.
yeah, a lot of it's faith-based. They're definitely like 12 steps.
Okay, that's one thing. A lot of people don't know that about those. Is they are like faith
Different ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are
And-
different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, AA and NA are typically like faith-based
Okay.
things. They're definitely a 12-step. We focused on, I mean, it was different topics, but it's like prevention. Well, I mean, it really depends because you have like pre-contemplative, contemplative, states of like before relapse. So before relapse, you're like having some cravings, like thinking about things, and then contemplating or thinking about using, and then you use. So like it's going through like.
And this is that psychology degree coming in use here. Okay.
Yes, I finally started to use it.
Look at that.
So, I mean, I just learned a lot at Brightview. They had a whole lot of training. I had to go to Ohio for training. So
Did you really? Okay, wow.
Yeah, I learned a whole lot about substance use, about addiction, about like the psychology of it, and like, you know, part of it is biological and some of it's like environmental, and it just depends.
Some of it's like genetic and stuff too. Yeah, okay.
It's genetic for sure. Like some people you just don't know. So it's just some people are really against medicated assisted treatment. They say it's replacing one drug for another. I've seen it help people, so it's called harm reduction. So essentially, like what we've seen out of substance use treatment, instead of it being punitive, which doesn't work, it literally doesn't work for most people.
It doesn't punish you,
Harm reduction is like when we're testing you and you stop testing positive for heroin, but you tested positive for marijuana. We're not going to punish you because at least you didn't get heroin off the street.
That's true.
Like if you're doing Suboxone and FDA, which I mean, FDA, well, I don't even know what that means at this point anymore, but like it's an FDA approved drug to help you if you're taking it the way that it is prescribed. It's not supposed to make you high or give you a high.
Yeah.
But it is helping you not have cravings.
Right.
And there are a lot of people who say, if I'm not on it, I'm like, I'll die. I will die.
I think people can die from like withdrawal, right? Like
you can, especially alcohol.
Yeah.
Because people have seizures and things like that.
Yeah. And you just feel really, really bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, cold turkey I think works for some people, but I think other people it scares them into never doing it again.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So it's an option, and we never force people to use it, but I do think that there is a benefit of it. You don't have to be on it forever, though I have heard it's very hard to get off of.
Like the Suboxone?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. I've heard it's very hard to get off of.
Yeah,
too.
I've heard it's incredibly hard to get off of, but you don't have to be on it forever. But I think it's a tool more. It's not a cure. It's a tool. It's not meant to do anything else. So I've worked with a lot of like probation offices. I've been in the jail. I've been in prison.
Oh, wow.
I went to Sussex prison a couple times.
Oh, really? Okay. So was part of your job, like when you were at Brightview, to go around to these different places and like advocate for?
Basically get patients. I mean, essentially, I worked more at an account level of trying to get accounts to refer people to me more than I talk to people.
I see. You weren't going at the patient level. You were going more at the clinic.
Right. Because at best what I could do was like, if someone called me, is go online and like schedule their appointment. Sure. That's the best that I could do, which I did do sometimes with Brightview. But going into like the prisons, I went into the federal prison in Petersburg.
Jesus.
Sussex prison.
How was that?
The federal prison was not 1/4 of how bad the Sussex prison is.
Really?
The federal prison, I've learned a lot. All that really means is that they have like some sort of crime that's, a lot of it's like financial. It's just their sentence is longer, it's like a bigger deal. But the people I was talking to was not the high security people. It was, that prison has 3 levels. You have the camp, which is like the lowest level. Okay. They're literally out.
That sucks.
Doing stuff.
Yeah, camping.
Well, they're not camping.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't think we're allowed to do that anymore.
The yard work, they're out. They're not in the prison all the time.
Yeah.
Then you have like the lower level security, and then you have like the max security people. I didn't talk to those people.
I see. Okay.
It wasn't in there. Sussex prison.
Was it a bit of a crapshoot? Like you could get anybody, kind of, or?
I mean, you could get. I mean,
a little scary.
There's 2 different buildings, so I think one is higher security than the other building.
Okay.
Is what I think, but. It still was, I did a resource fair there for the people who were about to get out of prison. I mean, there's some people who wanted to turn their life around. I did have a drug dealer come to me and say that he would never do drugs. He's never done drugs, but he is addicted to selling drugs. And do we have a program?
I get it.
He's literally said he's addicted to people needing him at 3 a.m., like calling him. They can't get it from anybody else.
That's the darkest thing I've ever heard.
Yep. And he said that to me smiling.
That's nuts.
And he said, do you have something for that?
No, I don't have
Then
anything.
He asked for my card, and I said, I don't have cards.
I don't have anything that can help you, sir.
No, I don't bring cards
so
into
scary.
those places. I don't even say my last name in those places.
That's fair.
And then there was one guy who was really sad that he's like, I've never done anything like fentanyl or anything until I got in here, because there's so many drugs.
There's a lot of drugs in
prison,
federal prison system, or
all of it.
Yeah, all the prison systems.
But I was told by the Sussex sheriff that most of their overdose calls are the prison.
That's sad.
It's really bad in the
No good.
prisons.
It
So
seems like they should be something they can do to crack down on that. It seems
you
like
would think, but it's guards bringing it in. Like, it's literally people bringing it in.
oh, of course.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
It's a lot of things,
Corrupt
but it's people
people.
bringing it. It's people bringing it in. So you would think, but that's where they're at.
I
So
see.
this poor guy was like, I've never done that until I got in here, and it was laced with fentanyl, and I felt like my whole body was on fire, and like
That sucks.
he was just traumatized.
Jesus, I would be too. That's so scary.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God, I hope to God I never have to go to jail. But
it'd take a lot probably to go to prison.
yeah.
You don't want to go in Riverside either. I go in there all the time.
Riverside, like down in Newport News.
No, Riverside Regional Jail, which is in Petersburg,
Oh, Petersburg. Yeah, that's scary too.
right next to they're all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
They ain't bad.
It is what it is. Okay, so that's Brightview, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were there for like two years, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what was your title there again?
Community outreach manager.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool. Community outreach manager. So you did that for 2 years, and then you left there for. Did you have a reason why you left there, or just time for a change?
Wasn't fully intent on leaving until I interviewed where I am now, and it was a lot more money.
And it just made sense for you to.
Yeah,
Go
it was a
over
lot
that.
more money, and the expectations of Brightview were kind of wild. Like the amount of stops that I had to do a day was a lot.
How
It
much?
was like
How many? That's so many. I'm expected to make like 3 a day, and it's averaged out. So if I make like 1 stop this day,
Yeah.
and then I make like 5 stops this day, that's good.
Exactly. So when I got to Iron Bridge, and he was like, "Oh, well, it's 80 a month," I was like, "A month?
That's so much.
80 a month is nothing compared to what it was. Like 12 times 5
Okay, yeah, you're
Times
right. Yeah,
4.
80 a month is okay, yeah.
is
Sorry.
like
I'm not good at math.
Yeah. That was so I was shocked because 10 to 12 a day.
Yeah,
It wasn't
is-
even productive stuff.
No, I mean that would just be honestly. I mean that'd be your whole day just driving between
It
customers.
was my whole day.
Yeah, you're not
That
able
was
to
my
do
whole day.
anything else, like
I
any of the
couldn't.
admin stuff or
I could barely do, I think I had a half admin day on
really
Fridays.
half admin day. So
Yes.
how far behind would you get like in a week? Like I'd be so
I
behind.
tried not to get behind on my notes.
Okay.
I had Salesforce on my phone, so I would like do the voice to
Okay.
text Salesforce stuff.
That's kind of helpful.
But like making calls, I'm not good at that stuff. Like I don't want to self-diagnose myself, but my counselor did once ask if I had ADHD because I really struggle with that. Like me going out and making stops and coming home, it's really hard for me to like transition
Between like talking to people mode and like
and then coming
Computer mode?
home and then working. It's really hard for me to do that. So like I'm going out at 9 a.m. I'm not coming back till 2 or 3.
sure.
And then I wanted to go to the gym between that. And that's my lunch break because I'm not taking a lunch break.
Yeah.
And I come home and I still, like, I haven't made calls. Well, now I have to make calls because I still had to make, like, 40 calls a week or
Oh
something
my god, like phone calls you're talking
Yeah.
about? Oh my god.
to
So
set
many-
meetings. But, like, where am I going to have time? They wanted you to have set meetings. When
Yeah.
am I going to do that? When?
It's-
Tell me.
no,
when?
I guess you'd have to like make phone calls, but even then it's, close to the end of the day. It's probably
Yeah.
between 3 and 5 o'clock. Nobody's answering the phone then.
It'd
It'd be very hard.
It was just a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot, and it's like you want me to be productive, and I hate the answer of like, well, do more.
That,
Do more means nothing because I was just going anywhere.
Yeah.
Literally anywhere.
which is not, I mean, I've been in sales for like 6 years now, I'd say. Mm-hmm. And just going anywhere is, while it sounds like a great idea on plan, maybe not the most effective, use of your
not
time.
always
So,
because it's not
yeah.
always productive.
Yeah,
Usually
exactly.
it's just like I'm not even going in and like really pushing to talk to anybody because
Yeah.
I need to get to the next place.
I'm just going in here to check off a
Yeah.
box because corporate said I had to.
Yeah. I don't care what my people do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care as long as your numbers look good. When your numbers don't look good, I care.
That's true.
We got to do something different because I don't like being asked what we can do because I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel that. My boss rules. I'm doing pretty well this year. My sales, if you were my boss, you would not have to get on my ass because I'm right where I should be, just
Love
so
to
you
see it.
know. So
Love to see it.
thanks. Okay, but so you've got people under you now. I'd like to talk about your current job,
Yeah.
if that's cool. We've been talking for a long time, so I won't keep you for much longer. But I would like to hear what your current job is, like what's your role, and then what do you do? Just tell me about your day to day.
Okay. I'm the director of business development.
Whoa,
So
head honcho.
I am in charge of people
That's crazy.
at Iron Bridge Recovery Center. So it's an inpatient addiction treatment facility.
Mm-hmm.
So we do like detox and 30-day residential. So it's different. It's a level up from Brightview.
Okay. People come to stay there, inpatient. Yeah.
For 30 days. And then we have a low intensity program. It's another 30 days if they want to step down into that. So it's just a different level of care than Brightview. We still utilize them because we don't have any care that's as low as that one.
Okay. Would Brightview be considered like more outpatient?
Yeah,
rehab?
they're outpatient. Like addiction treatment's kind of on a spectrum of like, it's literally numbers. So your highest level of care is 3.7.
Okay.
High intensity residential, the 30 days of like rehab is 3.5.
Ah.
Brightview's 1.2.
Okay.
So
on the Richter scale of like people who need help, it's lower.
yeah, that's usually it's supposed to be like follow-up care.
I see. Okay.
It's like follow-up care. I do believe that you should be discharged into care.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like your lower level. That's like a maintenance level.
That makes sense.
Of
Like
care.
once a month.
Yeah.
Like people. Okay.
And some people are going to Brightview like twice a week, starting out that way, especially people who have jobs or families and they can't leave for 30 days. Like, I do think it's also a more manageable
Sure.
if you can't go for 30 days. But I do think if you need treatment, you should start at least once in a 30-day program.
Makes sense. I mean, start at like the highest level and then go down from there if you need to.
Because it's very structured. It's very structured. 30 days, you're away from your people, places, and things, like, and you have groups all day. It's very, someone's telling you when to eat, telling you when to sleep, like.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
People struggling.
So what I do as business development is, it's a lot like Brightview.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot like Brightview. I'm talking to accounts to get them to send me people.
When you say accounts, are you calling like who are you calling it? Like hospitals or like family?
Hospitals.
Okay.
Hospitals and the probation and parole are probably our biggest ones.
Okay. So jails and things like that, you'd call on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talk to a lot of attorneys and public defenders.
Mm-hmm.
My rep, Cara, actually does a lot more of the hospital. She's been with us since it opened 2 years ago, so she's just rocking.
Oh, so this is a newer place too.
Yeah.
2 years it's been open?
It's been open for 2 years.
Okay. Did you start like on the ground floor?
No.
Like a year later.
I was hired right before my wedding. So my 2 weeks with Brightview, my last week was actually like the week I had asked off for the wedding anyway.
Wow. Great week for you.
Yeah, it was a good week for me.
Yeah.
And then I came back from the honeymoon and the guy who had hired me had left. So I didn't have a director. And then when I was training with the like corporate regional, so we're owned by a different company that owns a bunch of places like throughout the United States.
Mm-hmm.
She was training me and she was like, I can't find anyone, yada, yada. And I said, well, I'd do it. And
Just
she
kind of
said,
joking.
Okay. Can you apply for it?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Sure. This is while you were this is the person training
This
you.
is my second day.
This is day two.
Day two.
Just got hired. Person training you is like, hey, I can't find a job or I can't find a person to fill this director position.
Yeah.
This guy just left after he hired you.
Yep.
You're in.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was promoted within like that first like week.
That's
or
incredible.
two.
Good for you.
Which was cool. It did mean I had to learn 2 jobs at one time because I didn't even know how to be a rep or like what that really was.
Yeah, I could see that'd be hard.
Because I hadn't really been taught because there was no one to teach me because she lives in Georgia. She's not here all the time.
She's not even.
She's
here all the
not
time.
because each facility operates independently. Like they have their own CEO
It's
that's
like a
at
nation...
the office.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then you have corporate that like oversees it, is on meetings. You have a regional support that's your boss too.
Sounds like franchise type setup. Like
kind of.
You have like your own individual clinics, but then there's like guidelines for each.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much like that.
Standardized and.
Yeah, corporate definitely gets the final say of like what goes through, and you do have regional people you talk to all the time. But we operate very independently. So she wasn't there to train. She couldn't possibly be there because her region is like more than one facility.
Yeah.
And so I had to learn 2 jobs at one time.
That's insane. By yourself for the most part.
By myself, with my rep, who she has so much experience. She's really a wealth of knowledge. So I'm really lucky to have her to start with because she operates independently. She didn't want the director position because she's just at a point in her life. She's like, no, I'm not. I've done it. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it.
A lot of like in my job, a lot of sales reps will make more money or like because they'll have like they'll have customers that you just make more money off commissions than you would as a manager or director or whatever.
Sometimes the grass ain't always greener.
Sometimes
that's all I'm saying.
Yep. So.
For me, I think personally, not to toot my own horn because I could be wrong, but I do think I am a better like manager or director than I am a salesperson.
I feel that.
Like, I feel like
me
I
too.
can tell you exactly what I think it is you need to do. I'm not so good at executing it.
Yeah, I'm with you on
So
that. I feel
don't.
the same way.
Yeah. I still have to make stops though. I still have accounts that are mine. I still need to get referrals and admits in. So
Do you have to like go around and do like co-travels with your reps and things like that?
yeah,
How many reps do you have underneath you now?
I have 2 reps underneath me, and then we have an alumni program that has an alumni coordinator. So she is actually underneath me
Oh wow, okay.
as well.
So sort of like 3 pretty much.
It's 3 pretty much.
Okay.
She has different like guidelines and parameters. She doesn't do the same thing they do, but she's also under me. But
Nice. That's cool.
I don't have to make as many stops as they do, but I still have to make stops or have meetings.
Okay.
So it's not as many,
Yeah.
but I have a lot more reports. I have a lot more things that I have to
I
fill
see.
out.
You're
So-
operating kind of like a higher level too, probably. Like,
Yeah.
Are you speaking to like more CEOs and things like that? Of
Honestly, not really, just because of the way that like it's been set up with the rep that I've had that started there. She has the bigger accounts.
she's got the relationships already. too.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, just let them.
I
If it ain't
go
broke, don't touch
wherever
it.
you need me to go. Where can't you get to? I'm good with probation and legal stuff. That's not her forte. She's hospitals, like other residential treatment providers, or she's really developed those relationships. But legal, criminal justice, all that stuff has been more like my thing. So I'll go into those, and then I'll go to like conferences.
Okay, sweet. That's exciting.
Yeah.
What are some cool conferences? Like, where's the coolest conference you've been to? Where are some cool
I don't
cities?
go to cool conferences outside of the state.
Oh,
I just
okay.
went to Roanoke.
Roanoke's all right.
The Hotel Roanoke, that's what it was in. It
Nice.
was a really pretty
Yeah, Hotel
hotel.
Roanoke's. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the big like star on the top of it, or
It looks like a huge like mansion.
Okay,
Like it's
yeah. It's
ginormous.
fancy feeling?
Yes.
Yeah. It's nice.
So that was nice.
Sweet.
And then I have to go to our mini conference in Hampton tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Well, it's Wednesday, but I'm going overnight because I have to
okay.
be there at 7:30 a.m. on Wednesdays.
Yikes, that's early. I somehow stumbled into teaching a splinting class, like a casting, like splint
Oh.
class at Riverside Hospital, September 17th at 5 a.m. So,
Why did you do that?
because I am a yes man. And
Does it make you sell stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I ordered a bunch of samples. They we do
Oh.
splinting stuff, so I
So
ordered.
you know how to splint stuff?
I don't have a clue, but I'm gonna fake it till I make it.
Oh my god.
I'll figure it out. But anyway, so I guess what's like your day to day? Like, what are you kind of? You get into work at like 9 o'clock. 9 to 5?
I don't have an office.
Okay.
So my office is either my car or it's in my house.
Me too.
Yeah, there is no room for
Yeah.
Cierra to have an office.
Fair enough.
We have a call every morning at 8:45. That is like an admissions call that we go over who's admitting for the day, who's discharging, like do we have any open beds anywhere, and just any questions about any referrals we've sent in. Like, hey, I sent this person in, have you talked to them, yada yada. And it's like a 10-minute call. It's not a long call, but so that starts at 8:45, and then I don't know, it really depends on the day. Like today, I tend to try to do my admin stuff on Mondays and Fridays. Today I had a ton
Me
of admin stuff
too.
to do. It's crazy how that works.
Weird.
I've had a ton of stuff to do. I've let myself get kind of backed up, but I have to do like every month an MOR, which is basically like a report. It's like a monthly overview report, like
Okay.
numbers from the last month for each rep, like for everything that we've done as far as inquiries and admissions,
Sure.
and splitting it up by alumni, reps, and all that other stuff.
I hear you. It's
And
like
then
reporting and forecasting, reporting from last month and maybe forecasting for the
Yeah, and then I
month.
have to like explain
Mm-hmm.
under each section like what each number means and what we're gonna do about it, and like
Gotcha.
yada yada yada.
What
So
the
I have to do
plan
that.
is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have to do expenses.
Okay. Ooh, fun
Just-
for each of your reps.
I have to
Nice.
approve them, and I have to do my own.
Very fun. What's the average? Just because I'm curious, what are your reps expense on average like each month? Would you
Really
say?
depends. My newest rep, his tend to be a little more because he has to drive further. And right now
Okay.
he doesn't have a ton of like, he's still trying to get his feet under him. So he's driving around a whole ton more. So his
Yeah.
are like, And he has all of Tidewater. So,
Oh, it's a big area too.
yeah, which I didn't have the best grasp of the size of that.
It's huge.
It is huge. So his are more like 200, 300 just for like mileage and stuff.
Okay.
Mine recently have been like 1,000.
Because you're doing hotels and stuff.
I've put on my hotel, my
Yeah.
airfare for our conference, our DVD conference. Like,
Okay.
I keep putting on a bunch of conferences.
That's
so,
what mine are between, I'd say, like 700 and like 1,200 each month, just
Yeah,
from
just-
like hotels and.
But sometimes mine are like, if it's just, I haven't bought anything. I just went and did stops for the week. It's like $40.
Okay.
So I'll save that for the next week and just
Yeah.
put it on something else because it's a $40. But I mean, so I did that. I have to make calls. I try to set up meetings. Still have to make stops, although it's like $65 a month.
Seems like so much.
It does when you
It
split it
does.
up like
Yeah.
per week. It's really not.
It's not that
it's
bad,
like
yeah. 15.
15.
It's not that bad. 15 a week.
Which I can do that after Brightview. I can easily do that in a day.
You were doing 15 a day. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I can do that in a day.
Yep.
And then just I do one-on-ones with my reps during the week
You do. Okay.
too. I have a leadership meeting at the facility on Tuesdays. Like I just have random meetings also.
I feel that. I had 2 random meetings today.
Yeah, that are like put on my schedule, and I'm like,
Yeah. I was
Okay.
like, well, I'll show up to this and hey, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
yeah.
I get
so it's a lot like Brightview. It's just I do have more responsibility, and being a director's been I like it. It's just hard. There's a lot of things that's like wouldn't have been my problem,
Sure.
and now it's my problem.
I see. Because you're the guy. You're,
like, yeah.
you're the person.
Yeah.
Like, you're where the buck stops. You're like, oh, I have to make a decision here.
Yeah, I'm the one.
I have to make a choice. I see.
That is, I think, what's been the craziest. Where it's like, one, for I think at least the first half of having this job, I feel like I have had imposter syndrome. Like someone's gonna figure me out.
Same. Yeah. They're gonna figure out that I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Eventually.
They're gonna be like, "You're totally underqualified.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah. I wait for the call every single day.
Yeah,
But
and that has been tough. And then like saying things, you just say them with your whole chest.
Yeah,
you just
you
be
do.
like, "Nope, this is the decision.
Yep.
This is what it is.
Yeah. This is why we're doing this, and this is the way.
Nobody question it
Yeah.
because I don't have a reason."
Don't ask me.
And I've hired 3 people now.
That's pretty cool. I kind of like that too.
I don't like hiring.
You don't like hiring people? I like
sucks.
the interview process and like. Well, that's why I started a podcast about interviewing people.
I guess you do
but
like the interview.
Yeah, I
cannot
do.
relate. I
I like to get to know people.
I don't mind getting to know people, but it's just that whole time that means that there's a whole territory that no one's working.
That's true.
So either I have to do it
Yeah.
and no one's touching it.
So you don't like the having to you don't like the I guess having to fill an empty spot.
Yeah, because so you know who has to pick up the slack? Me.
Yeah, you're worried about all the stuff piling up while that's
Yeah.
not filled. Okay, I see.
Also, they're just, I don't know. They're just not always great candidates.
No, they're not.
I
That is
have been through some applications and I'm like, are
It's
you?
astounding how it's eye-opening how dumb some people are.
Yeah.
Like I don't mean to sound mean, but sometimes
Well,
I
I
am
just
just
don't
like,
know.
holy
Like,
shit.
your resume does not need to be 4 pages long.
Not
Someone
that.
put their football position in college on their, like, skills or something.
Unless you're like starting quarterback for Notre Dame or something ridiculous, it doesn't matter.
Honestly, I don't care about how does that help
That's
me.
also, yeah, who cares?
That is not going to help you do this job.
Good point. Good
Tailor
point.
your resume for the job you're applying for.
Definitely. And the person you're applying for. There you go.
Yeah.
Work tips.
Work tips. Because
Ding.
that has been, I'm like, no,
Yep.
no.
Fair enough. Just
No.
not even looked at it. Honestly, I've not even looked at resumes and stuff. If it's been like more than 2 pages, if it's
No, if it's 4 pages, I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, okay.
Because
For me,
you have not either taken the time to like know how to do a resume
Mm-hmm.
or you waste time.
yeah, which
You're a time waster because why is this double spaced?
Bullet points. Let's get bullet points.
Why do you have 16 bullet points of your skills? I know you can do Excel.
Yeah, yeah.
Not Excel. I can't do Excel. Do not tell me you're proficient in Microsoft Word.
We see. It is not
As
the
you
case.
should be.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, cool. And how long have you been at this current position?
It'll be a year in November.
Wow, that's so exciting. A year in November. You're coming up on it.
Woohoo!
Woo!
And I'm still here, so hopefully in November I'm still there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you seem pretty happy here. I think,
Yeah,
right?
I wouldn't be because I leave.
Okay, 10-4. It'd be the imposter
yeah.
syndrome thing.
I'm
taking
gonna
over.
ride this thing out because I certainly don't have enough experience to take it and go
Me
somewhere
too.
else.
I keep telling people I don't make the most money that I've ever made in my life, but I also
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with it.
I
I'm
mean,
just
I get
gonna-
to make my own schedule.
It's
I
really
kind of
nice.
beep boop around. Like
I love it.
there are some days that I sit down and have dinner. And I'm like, damn, I really didn't do anything.
Yep, me too.
But then I have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And then
It's
do
a balance.
extra
It's
later.
certainly a balance.
It really is, but I like that. I don't think
Yeah.
I could work a 9 to 5 like behind a desk anymore.
I'm the same way.
I don't think I could do it.
I don't think I could either. I worry if I ever get fired from this job, I'll never find another job like it. Like, I don't think I could have like a set schedule anymore. I don't think I could go into a building. And maybe COVID like made me weird. Like maybe that's partially COVID's to blame because of that. But
Yes, I do feel like people want like stay-at-home job. I don't even want that. I don't even think I
don't-
want a full work from home.
Yeah, I just
because I'll
don't-
never. No.
I go nuts like sitting in my own house. Like if I'm behind a computer screen for more than like 2 hours at a time,
Yeah.
I gotta go out. I gotta go on the road. I gotta go
We gotta do
walk the
something.
dog. Gotta go see a customer. I gotta do something. 'Cause
Yeah, I think it's
I have to have that like freedom to be able to leave the office if I want to.
yes.
Like I can't be cooped up in a cubicle for 8 hours a day. I'll
I
go
don't.
nuts.
I don't know how. And I think COVID definitely helped that. But I think I would always have a job in business development. Like
You
I
think
think
so?
that that's what I would do.
Nice. So you found like what you think you like your calling.
Yeah, and
Nice.
then maybe it's not even
exciting.
because. I mean, I like what I do in addiction. I feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing
I
something.
feel like you're helping people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel passionate. One, I can use psychology. Two, I feel passionately about it.
Also, yeah, you're using your degree.
Yeah.
And you feel passionate about it. You're helping people feel like you did something at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Sure enough.
Hell yeah, that rules.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Go.
So I guess, well, we've been chatting for 2 hours. I don't want to keep you too much longer. It is a school night.
It is a school night.
Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? What about your podcast, Chapters and Chatter? You want to talk about that for a quick second?
Yes. Oh, my side hustle.
Yes,
Okay.
your side hustle. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Chapters and Chatter. Rachel and I, as aforementioned Rachel, State Farm, Gen Care, you name it. She got me to work somewhere else too.
As previously seen
Burn.
on.
I worked at Burn Boot Camp.
Burn
for
Boot Camp?
a small amount of time, and that's because Rachel
I didn't-
worked there too.
I didn't know that. Is that where like all of our friends work out now?
Yeah.
Still? Okay.
Like Kennedy's like a diehard
Yeah.
burner.
Nice.
Yeah.
A diehard burner.
Burner.
That's
Burn
funny.
Boot, except I worked at the Chester one.
Okay.
Anywho, but that's Rachel also dragged me there too. Anyway, we started a podcast about
Nice.
books. Well, it is books. We do talk about the books we read, the books we want to read, like all our thoughts on different genres and things like that. We also talk about our cozy hobbies.
Nice.
I started a new segment on the podcast called
Cozy.
Chronically Online.
Okay.
And where I go over the there's always some sort of TikTok drama that I have fallen down a rabbit hole on. So I just report that back to
That's
Rachel.
incredible. I love that you guys have segments on your show now. That's so cool.
Yeah, it started with the antipasta salad woman, and it just like every week, every time we do it, I'm like, "Have you heard about this?"
Have
and she
you
hasn't.
heard?
And I mean, I really fall down a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
with this
on
stuff.
these-
Me, it's like reality TV.
Mhm. TikTok drama
Yeah.
rabbit holes.
Where I watch it and then I watch the people recapping it.
Of course. You check out all the, people who commented on it and all the
I
people
do.
there. Yeah, you got to.
I'm not proud that I'm chronically online, and I try to touch some grass, but sometimes it's also silly stuff. It's not
Of course,
like
yeah.
real discussions about stuff. It's like, oh, this girl's in love with her psychiatrist. Like, I think she definitely has AI psychosis, but that's not the point.
AI psychosis?
Yeah, she's totally like, something's not right.
Something ain't, okay.
Something ain't
All
right.
Something ain't right.
She has her AI bot thing call her the Oracle. So
Call her the Oracle.
yeah.
Whoa.
So
I want to get my AI bot to call me something cool.
Yeah.
Like Batman. Or
man.
Anyway.
But
So.
it's a fun podcast. We're
Yeah.
just yapping about books. I'm really trying to get our social media together. I run the Instagram. I just suck at keeping up with posting it. And if I did that and was consistent with it, we could like apply to be in things where they send you books for free. But,
Oh,
like,
that would be cool.
it would be. You would
That'd
think
be
that'd be
nice.
enticing enough to make me do it.
You would
But
think so. Huh. Well, we'll see.
for as type C as I can be and like not necessarily a perfectionist, I am really like type A in some ways with things like that where it's like if I want to make a picture, I'm going to spend half an hour like setting it up just for, like I want it just in a perfect way. It's going to have the right filter, like it's got to look right.
Yeah.
Anything crafty or anything like that, I tend to just get a little too like
Too into the weeds. on things.
into it, and it just takes a lot of time, and then if it's not right, I don't want to do it.
You lose faith
It's not
in
a good
the
way to
project or
be. So
whatever.
I'm trying.
I feel you.
I'm trying.
Yep.
I'm trying. And I think it would be really cool to be like a bookstagrammer. But right now
Yeah.
we just sit and we talk about the books we read for the month, or
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk about like, we just put out one. We talked about our fall reads.
Nice. I
and
saw
watch
that.
it.
Nice. Okay.
So,
Well,
like-
I'll have to check that episode out. Remember when y'all first started the episode, I was still driving back and forth between, I think, Kentucky, maybe. I was just moving back here to Virginia.
Really?
When
Was
y'all
it
started
that long
it.
ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 2024, beginning in 2024, I think.
Wow. That's crazy.
I want to say. Anyway,
Please.
because I listened to a couple of episodes like while I was driving,
Yeah.
like long trips. So
That's crazy.
Anyway, what just happened to me? Anyway, a very entertaining show is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Chapters and Chatter. Sierra and Rachel.
Yeah.
So I'll have to get Rachel on here eventually.
And then it'll all make sense.
Yes, and then
It'll
it'll
all
all
come together.
make sense. It'll all come full circle. But anyway, Sierra, thank you so much for coming on my show. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, audience, thank you for listening to another episode of Work Friends Podcast. I'm your host as always. Again, this has been Cierra, the great and powerful. Check us out on Instagram at Work Friends Pod. Check us out on Facebook, Work Friends Podcast. I believe Spotify is Work Friends Pod and YouTube, Work Friends Podcast. So anyway, you'll find us, I guess. Thank you for listening. Bye.